Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Sheen. What's up, everybody? Hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Uh, Elements, the first one to comment. What's going on? Shell, baby. Yeah, absolutely. Shell, Tortoise acquisition, really exceeded my expectations. I was expecting this thing. If you watch my other videos, I was really expecting this thing to trade between $22 and $28. Now it is, I think, at what, 29, close to $30 now. So really surprised. Martin Bose, what's up? Welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight. New subscriber, thank you very much. Really appreciate all my subscribers. Thank you so much. We're just gonna wait a few more minutes. Let a few more people join in. I think there's 5 people in here now. So we're gonna get started talking about some stocks to be on the lookout for next week and into September. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Back to work, back to the markets on Monday. Let's see how the market does for us. Bobby D. Bob, what's up? Smash the like button. Thank you very much. Really always appreciate the support. Let's get my drink ready. All right, so some stocks to talk about, some really hot stocks, and this market is just absolutely incredible. Never ceases to amaze how these stocks are doing. And we're just going to talk about some stocks I have in mind to watch for the next few weeks and into September. Smash the like button, everybody. Smash the like button. Thank you very much, Bobby D. Bob. Absolutely, it really helps out the channel. Man, I have over 4,000 subscribers now. I think it's pushing just a little over 4,000. I hit that 4,000 mark. So appreciate all of you guys that really subscribe to my channel, watch my video, have interest in my content and my videos and my opinions. So absolutely appreciate it. So really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for finding value in my content. I'm going to do some more videos about what this channel has been bringing me. So I got my first paycheck from this channel. That was very exciting. I think it was like $127. So it's not like I'm tearing up the world or anything, but it's really nice to get something. And all the videos I do, all the research I do, and I share with you guys. So it's pretty awesome. I'm gonna do a little video about that just to show you, because I'm really transparent about everything on this channel, about my portfolio, what I get from this channel. So it's like anything anybody wants to know, I'm happy to share with you guys. So no secrets from me. So it's pretty cool that I got my first paycheck, and we're going to talk about some stocks. And let's go through some of the questions or some comments. Mohammed, let's see. Are you buying back into Shell? Yeah. So if you watch my really early in the beginning videos when I first got into Shell, Tortoise, which is of course HYLN, or I'm sorry, I always say HYLN. It's what is it? Is it HYLN or is it HYLN? It's hybrid lithium ion. So it's HYLN, and I always say HYLN. So I've been called out on that a few times. It's HYLN, stands for hybrid lithium ion. So yes, so originally I bought into this stock. I think it was about $15, and right after I bought it, like within a few weeks, or not even a few weeks, within a couple of weeks, it shot up from $15 all the way up to I think like $32 or $34. I was up like 100% on this stock, and so I was debating on selling it off. And what I did is I waited, and it fell down to I think about $25, and that's where I sold it off. I didn't sell it all off. I sold a portion of it off, and basically I was up like I think 55% on it within like no more than 2 weeks, and then it really trended down all the way down to $18, $17, $18. So turns out I made a good decision. I was able to buy back again, so I am back in for more shares than I had originally, and I have a cost basis roughly now about $19, I think. So I am back in Tortoise. I only have, I think it's like 80 shares. I don't remember. But to answer your question, I am back in into Shell, and good thing I got back in when I did, because now we're all the way up to close to $30 again. So, so we're going to talk about yeah. So basically, the first one I guess we'll talk about is Tortoise. So Shell, HYLN, right? HYLN. So HYLN, I was really expecting this stock to continuously to trade below $28, and to my surprise, on Friday, this thing shot up to 29. I think what did it close at? I think it closed at probably $30, or very close to $30. And I was totally surprised that, because it broke through the $22 restriction, the price point, and I was expecting to stay under $28, but let me look it up really quick. What it closed at on Friday, 29.91. It closed at on Friday, so absolutely amazing. And the only news that came out of it was that basically Shell, Tortoise acquisition, and HYLN, they are going to be basically leasing out their powertrains, their trucks, to Ideal Lease, which is a massive leasing company that leases these tractors out, these 18-wheelers, and so that is a fantastic way for HYLN to get maximum exposure, because they're going to have their products out on the rental market, on the leasing market. So a lot of more people are going to know the name, know the brand, and see what they're all about. So that news actually wasn't new. It came out probably like 4 or 5 days before Friday. So it came out like close to like Tuesday or Wednesday. And the stock didn't really have any movement. It wasn't until about Thursday or Friday when the stock actually moved. And so I guess mainstream media got a hold of that information, and so that's why Tortoise was trading up all the way up to $29. And so this merger is looking like it's just around the corner, probably towards the end of September is what I'm hearing. So I think if anybody is really interested in getting into Tortoise Shell, which is HYLN again, anytime I think it's below $28, it is a fantastic time to get in. Really, anytime before the merger is a fantastic time to get in. Who knows? Everyone asks, what do you think is going to happen after the merger? Is going to go up to $80, $90? Nobody really knows. If we look at Nikola as an example, that's what happened with Nikola. We're not saying that this is the same thing is going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen, but realistically, I think it would at least double. So right now it's at about $30. I'm going to say it will probably double. So anywhere between $50 and $60 is what my expectation is after the merger. After everything is complete, I think HYLN is going to be trading at roughly anywhere from $50 to $60. So right now, if you could get in at under, right now it's at $29. If you could get in at $28, I think it's a fantastic price point to get in. Now, what will happen if it more than doubles? If it triples, in my opinion, I would cash out probably a good portion of my account. What I have, I would cash out, and because I think if it triples, then there's going to be a pullback. So that's just my opinion. So that's how I will play it. If it triples, I will be cutting back and taking some profits. All right. So what else did I want to talk about? I'll get to all your comments in a few minutes. So I'm gonna go over all the stocks that I had in my thumbnail. So next one, let's talk about is of course Tesla. Absolute beast. This thing is incredible. It's like the hype machine. I have videos out there, probably 2 or 3 videos where I was talking about I expect Tesla to be $2,400 in August, and looks like I'm not that far away. So let's see, Tesla closed at 20,049, and I think it went close to 2100. It didn't touch 2100 intraday, but it closed at 2049. So I expect this stock Tesla to be at 2400 in August. So that only has what, a couple of weeks left. So or one more week left. So we're getting pretty close. We hit 2100. I think on Friday. It didn't close at 2100, but we hit 2100. So really only $300 away. So I think if any news comes out, any news that comes out on Tesla, it could be the S&P 500 inclusion, more news about battery leaks or anything like that. I fully expect Tesla to be at 2400. So now, realistically, we're only a week away by the end of August. So for sure, I think in September we will be hitting 2400. In September, we should be hearing something about S&P 500, and we have Battery Day. They're going to basically announce their cell manufacturing line. They're going to take over a certain portion of cell production, and they're going to explain to the investors how they're going to expand their battery capacity and how they're going to meet 1 million vehicles. So right now they're still slated to produce 500,000 vehicles by the end of 2020. So they're going to explain how they're going to scale and basically become a battery manufacturer. So with that information, that will clear up their bottleneck situation, and they will be able to explain to us how they're going to scale. And that news is going to spike Tesla into 2400. That is my opinion. I have videos out there, so we'll see if that happens. If you haven't watched my Battery Day video, check that out. I explain basically what I think, everything that's going to be announced on Battery Day. So cool. Let's scroll through some of this chat, and let's see, we could get some answers to any questions if you guys have. Let's see, JC, I'm waiting to get back into Shell. Yeah, so like I said, I expect the Shell to trade anywhere between $22 and $28. It exceeded my expectations. We're at $29. So if there is a pullback, because this thing has been going up pretty much all of last week. So if there is a pullback, I expect it to pull back under $28 and no lower than $22. So anywhere between 22 and 28, I think is a very, very decent, very, very decent price to get in. So like JC, if you were waiting to get back into Shell, I would make a move anywhere between 22 and 28. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And also because towards the end of September, we're fully expecting this merger to be complete. And when that happens, the days of, I think, Tortoise, HYLN in the 20s, in the 30s is going to be long gone. So just my opinion, take it for what it's worth. Martin Bose, let's see, what's your comment? What are your thoughts into buying October calls for HYLN? Yeah, so I personally have calls, but my calls are way out. My calls are, I think, at the end of 2021. And well, I think they're like $30 or $40 call. I forget what it is. But, personally, in my opinion, I don't like to buy calls so close into the future because the risk is too high for my personal taste. Now, for anybody else's personal taste, you can make a lot of money in a very short amount of time if you get this call right. But realistically, no one knows what's going to happen. I fully expect Tortoise HYLN to be at least double. I said so anywhere from $50 to $60 after the merger. So that would be end of September timeframe. So for me, it's relatively safe. But take it for what it's worth. I personally would not buy calls that expire in October. I don't see the point. I would rather play it safer and buy calls that expire like at least a year from now. And even if it expires a year from now, you understand if the stock goes up, you still make money, even though it doesn't hit your strike price. You still make a decent amount of money. Now, if it goes over your strike price and you're deep into the money, of course, you're going to make a lot more money. So I just like to play a little safer. So I personally never buy calls or any options like a few months into the future. So take it for what it's worth. Mohan J. So yeah, so this is one of the stocks I was going to talk about, and I put out a video. It was really well received on Green Power, GPVRF, I believe, and so it is trading on the OTC. So if you haven't checked out that video yet, make sure you check out the video. I explain very clearly and deeply in that video what price points, in my opinion, again, not financial advice, but my opinion, the price points where I find some value in Green Power Motors. So I'll go over it right now. Just for you guys, these 70 people, thank you guys for joining me tonight, these 70 people that are watching. So if you haven't watched my Green Power video, I really suggest you watch that video. I think it's only 11 minutes, but I really go into a lot of detail about not only the company, but their financials and where to buy the stock at and why. So for you guys watching, thank you for joining me. We're going to talk about exactly why. So why the price for Green Power Motors. So right now they're trading, I think they closed at $1. Was it $1.80? Let me take a look. GPVRF. And a lot of guys are looking for this stock and they can't find it, and they think that the ticker is GP. It's not. It's GPVRF. In the States is GPVRF. That's the ticker for Green Power Motor. So it closed at $1.63. So my opinion on this stock is if you could get it under $2, it is a decent price to get into it. So personally, I am first thing Monday morning. I'm going to try to get into this thing. I have buy orders right now, and I think I have it at anywhere between $1.70 and $1.80. I'm trying to get into this. If I could get into it under $2, I'm definitely going to get into it. If I can't, then I'm going to wait, because this stock has seen a 600% increase, I think, in the last 3 months or 2 months. So this is already taken off. It has a lot more room to grow. I agree, but there are a lot of warrants out on this stock. A lot of warrants, a lot of stock options. So in my video that I put out on Green Power, I explained that there's like 44 million the shares that are going to be added to the stock. There's only I think 108 million Green Power shares out there, and there's going to be another 44 million added on top of that. So that means dilution. So if you buy Green Power at whatever it is, let's say $1.63 now, and 44 million shares get flooded into the market, that your stock price is gonna go down. It's gonna, I don't know, it's gonna go down maybe 20%, 30%, whatever it is. But dilution means your stock price is gonna go down, and that is gonna come. It's gonna come, I think, within the next few months if the stock price keeps on going up, because these warrants can be exercised. I think it's like 30 cents, anywhere from 30 cents to 75 cents. So these people that have been holding these warrants, they could pay 30 cents to get the stock that is now, I mean, if the stock keeps on going up into like the $3, $4, $5, they could literally pay 30 cents and the company will issue them one share for every 30 cents, every 30 cent warrant that they have. So that's how you're going to see massive dilution if the stock price keeps on going up. So I would wait for that to happen. So if it goes above $2, I would wait for that dilution to happen. And then basically when all the dust settles, then we could see where it's trading at, what the stock price is after dilution. Not only that, this company only has, I think it's like $400 something thousand, less than $500,000 in cash. That is nothing. They basically, for a automotive manufacturer, I mean, they produce vehicles. They don't outsource their vehicles. They produce their vehicles. So for an automotive manufacturer that only has $400,000 in cash, that's absolutely nothing. So what do you think they're going to do when the stock price hits $3, $4, $5, $6? They're going to dilute. They're going to dilute all their shareholders. They're going to raise money. They have to. They have to raise money in order to grow, especially when there's so much competition coming. They have to raise money. So when the stock price goes, I think above $3, you're going to see massive dilution, and so that's why I would not get into this if it's more than $2. So that's my opinion on green power. So check out my video. I go more into detail on that. Savannah Vosin. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. Blink. So yeah, Blink. I ran for the hills on this one. I read that report. It was like 26 pages. I don't care if this report is false. I don't care if none of it is true. I don't care if it's taken out of context. It doesn't look good. Why would I want to be in a stock that has this battle to fight? They're probably going to take it to court. It's going to be all over the media, and it's not good publicity. So it's a different story if I was in this stock at $2, $3. I got into this stock I think at like $6 or something like that, $6, $7. So for me, I was up like 16%. So I took my money and ran. There's no reason for me to wait for this whole thing, this whole drawn out process. Because that report has very detailed information. They have locations of all the places that they visited. I think it was like 200 places where they visited that they were supposed to have Blink charging stations, and either most of them were broken and not basically not being used. Some of them were just not there. They said there were like 3 stations, but there were only 2 stations there, and so there was a very detailed information about where they went. They took pictures. They took numbers from Blink themselves, and they basically crunched the numbers, and their numbers don't add up. The revenue that Blink is claiming that they have, the report is saying that it is impossible to have those numbers based on the charging stations that are available that are actually working. Not only that, there's a checkered history with the CEO, with other illegal activities. So it's just, I mean, if you're like I said, if you're in this at $1, $2, I mean, yeah, I would say you could probably wait it out and see what happens, because you still are up massive on this. But if you're only up like 5, 10, 15% on this, I would run for the hills, in my opinion. So that's my opinion. Thanks for the question. JC, what got some GP? Yeah, green power, year-to-year growth, and hopefully moves NASDAQ soon. Yeah, so they are coming to the NASDAQ. I think that process probably takes, I'm not sure, probably at least a few weeks or maybe a couple of months at the most. So once it hit NASDAQ, that's when it's going to be available on all the other brokers. We're talking about Robinhood, Webull, Trading 212, what else? E-Trade, like all these smaller brokers, they're going to be able to get into green power after they're listed on the NASDAQ. So currently, it's only available on big brokers like Fidelity, Charles Schwab, Vanguard. I can't think of anything else, but all the big brokers, that's where green power is available now. About once it's listed on the NASDAQ, it's going to be available to everybody. And so it's just a matter of time before this stock blows up. Mohan, thanks for the comment. What is your target for Tortoise, HYLN, and GP and green power? So I said earlier, my target on HYLN is it's a double. So basically, I fully expect it to double after the merger, anywhere from, I'm drinking carbonated water. I'm drinking carbonated water, so sorry for. So I fully expect it to double. So anywhere between $50 and $60 is my price target for HYLN. So if it more than doubles, I would probably fully sell out. If it triples or quadruples, something ridiculous like that, I would take my money and wait for a pullback and buy back in, because I don't think it should more than triple. So that's my target on HYLN. And then green power. So like I said, I think this stock is probably going to at least hit $5, maybe $6. If this trend keeps on going after it gets listed on NASDAQ, I fully expect it to be probably more than $5 for sure. And so that's why I'm saying if you could get into this below $2 like it is right now, get into it, as soon as possible. First thing Monday morning, I'm going to try to get into it below $2. If it's over $2, my opinion is you need to wait because there's going to be massive dilution coming. If you don't know why massive dilution is coming, check out my video. I already talked about it, so I don't want to go over that whole process again. So massive dilution coming after this thing goes, $2, $3 or higher. You're going to see massive dilution in green power. JC NASDAQ requirements needs $3 in stock and 2 market makers. It seems like I don't know what you mean by 2 market makers, but yeah. So the NASDAQ requirement for $3, that's no big deal because they could just do a reverse stock split. They could just take some shares off of the market, but increase the price. So that's not a problem. They could just really quickly and very easily do a reverse stock split, and if they have to, if this trend goes on, they won't have to. I fully expect that this thing to be $2 up to $3 in the next few weeks. So they might not even have to do a reverse stock split. But if they need to get into listed on the NASDAQ, that's no big deal. They'll just do a reverse stock split and it'll bump up their price. So I don't see that being an issue at all. Mike Sam, thanks for comment. Testmania, yeah. So Tesla, I think, I was really not expecting this thing to be up this much and continuing to grow just on the news of the stock split. I mean, it's just unbelievable. But I think it's going to be $2,400 sometime between now and into September. So that's my opinion on Tesla. Mohan, will green power grow like Workhorse? I think it'll grow faster than Workhorse. That's just my opinion. Workhorse is only pushing out I think 300. Their goal is to make 300 to 400 vehicles by the end of this year, and they're only targeting basically one market, and it's last mile transportation. UPS, FedEx, that market. Green Power, they are number one. They are currently producing vehicles, and they've been producing vehicles. Number two, they're targeting multiple massive markets. Number one, they're targeting short mile transportation, so also last mile transportation. But most of their vehicles, their EV Star is really targeted for think about tourist transportation, airport transportation, to and from hotels, that type of transportation. So shuttle buses. So that's one market. The other market is school buses. That's a massive market. Over 400,000 school buses are running in the United States. Of course, right now there's none running, but after this whole situation is over, 400,000 school buses. That's a massive market that they're targeting. So they have the electric school bus. They call it the Beast. I think it runs 150 miles. So that's plenty of miles. 150 miles, and it holds, I think, 90 passengers. That's a massive vehicle. And so to get 150 miles is pretty strong for such a large vehicle. And I don't think you need more than 150 miles for a school bus. So that's another massive market. They're also targeting basically city transportation. Think of all the city buses, local city buses. So that's also a massive market for New York City buses. Think about big cities, Los Angeles, Chicago, transitioning out of traditional gasoline vehicles. So those are the three markets that they're targeting. And so they're targeting more than just the last mile transportation. That's the only thing currently that Workhorse is targeting. And so the growth of green power is, I think, is going to be massive. And it's only $1.63 right now. So in my opinion, it's going to grow a lot faster than Workhorse. Workhorse is really hinging on a big boost from getting this USPS contract. But if they don't get that contract, I think Workhorse is going to stumble. I think we could see Workhorse in the $6-7 range if they don't get that USPS contract. Will Riley, what's up? Thank you for the comment. Anyone want some plasma tickers to look at? All right. I'm scrolling down the chat. I'm a little behind. Thank you guys for joining, by the way. If you haven't smashed the like button, please consider smashing the like button. It really helps out the channel. Always enjoy and getting some information out to you guys and also getting information from you guys. What's up? Fit my life. Thanks for the comment. Can I still get Tesla split if I buy now? No, I think the last day to buy it was Friday if you wanted to get in on the split. So if you buy it now, you won't get the split. So the last day to buy it, the record day was a Friday. So that was the last day. Am I incorrect? Bobby D. Bob says you can. So maybe look into that deeper, because I was like 90% sure Friday was the record day. So if you didn't buy on Friday and you buy on Monday, you won't be getting the split. So maybe I need to check on that, but check on that. I was almost certain that Friday was the cutoff date. Chris West, at least 2,300 by the end of the week. I'm assuming you're saying Tesla. Man, it is just under 2,100. So I mean, it's definitely possible. Just a couple $100 in 1 week. This thing moves hundreds of dollars in 1 day. So definitely $2,300 by the end of the week is possible. My prediction, I put videos out there. I think $2,400 for sure by September. So there it is. Do you think Intel can return to 65? Where are we at now on Intel? I think it's like 48, right? Intel is closed at 49. I mean, it's only a matter of time. I mean, Intel at 49. I was waiting for Intel to come down to 45. I see some value in Intel at 45. I mean, not that it's not a value at 49, but I mean, yeah. So they're 12 months behind on their next chip. Big deal. I think that's all short-term stuff. A lot of people are just liking AMD, and AMD is taking off. So I fully expect Intel to come back and be competitive. After all, it's Intel. The Intel has a lot going for them, not only in the chip space, but they're doing artificial intelligence. They're doing self-driving with Mobileye, and so I think Intel anywhere under $50 is a pretty decent buy. Again, my personal opinion is I was waiting for 45 to get into Intel, but to get to 65, yeah, I mean probably by maybe the end of the year, 65. I'm not sure. Maybe Q1 or Q2 of next year, I think we could see Intel at 65. When is Battery Day, JC? Battery Day is September 22nd. So Battery Day is when we are going to hear about how we're going to expand battery production. How are we going to meet battery production goals? I put out a video about Tesla Battery Day. If you haven't watched that yet, already. There's a long version. I think I did it in a live chat, so it's like an hour long, but then I have a shortened version, basically cut out all the nonsense and all the all the, like, I answered a bunch of questions. I cut that out, and I think there's like a 13-minute video on Battery Day. So if you haven't watched that, check that video out. But basically, they're going to announce how are they going to scale manufacturing. They're going to talk about their Maxwell cell battery. The Maxwell cell battery is going to be at least 20% more energy dense. So what does that mean? Basically, now they have 20% right off the bat, at least 20% more batteries than they had before getting these Maxwell cell batteries. So they could reduce the weight of the vehicles by 20% worth of batteries, and you'll still have the same range when they use the Maxwell cell battery. So there's a lot more to talk about on Battery Day, but check out my video about Battery Day. 2450, man, yeah, 2450. I mean, that I'm only expecting 2400, but I'll take 2450. Sean, thanks for all your information. Love your content. Thank you very much. Thank you for finding value in my content, and thank you for joining me tonight. So let me go, and I don't know if anybody has commented about Golden Nugget. I wanted to talk about Golden Nugget. So I think Golden Nugget has not been getting the attention it deserves. It has been going up very slowly. So it closed at $14.50. So LCA is what we're talking about, Golden Nugget online gaming. And a lot of people are not giving this stock any love just because the owner of Golden Nugget, Tillman Fertitta, so he is making, I think, $30 million on this deal. So they're taking Golden Nugget Online Gaming public, and he's using his own company to take another one of his own companies public. And so the deal works out that he gets, I think, $30 million in his pocket for doing this deal. And he's putting a significant amount of debt onto Golden Nugget. And so a lot of people are hating this move, and that's why the stock has not been getting, I think, the attention it deserves. But guys, my opinion on this is just look at the numbers. Golden Nugget Online Gaming, Q2 revenue for 2020. Let me look it up real quick. Online Gaming Q2. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to look it up real quick because they really destroyed numbers for their Q2. So Golden Nugget surges 85% year on year. Let me see if I can share my screen with you guys. Sorry, guys. Let me just share my screen with you so we can read this together. All right, here we go. All right, guys. So look at this. Golden Nugget Online Gaming reported 28 million in New Jersey during the second quarter, 85% increase on the 15.3 million generated in Q2 of 2019. 85% increase year over year. Net revenue for its operations in the Garden State was 24 million, equating to a 78% rise on the 13.9 racked up in the corresponding period last year. 79% on their bottom line. Net income, 79% year over year. Let me see if there's any more information here. Casino Beats. So yeah, for the 3-month period ending June 2020, Golden Nugget gross gaming revenue in New Jersey soared 85% to 28, far eclipsing the 15% recorded in 2019. Net revenue again 24 million, represented by 76% increase compared to 13 million the year before. So yeah, you know, that's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. I don't care what goes on behind closed doors with his deal with Golden Nugget. All I need to know is, number one, is this company making money? Are they beating revenues year over year? How much are they beating it? Are they profitable? And it's yes, 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 yes to every single one of them. And Golden Nugget right now is trading at $14.50. This is only in one state, in New Jersey. They're going to be expanding to Michigan and Pennsylvania next year. After that, they're going to be expanding to, who knows how many more states. But just one state, they're getting 70, what was it, like 80, close to 80% net revenue year over year. Imagine what's going to happen when they open up into two more states, in Michigan and Indiana. And then more and more states roll in. I fully expect, more states to get in on this, because states need money. A lot of states are broke, and this is a fantastic way to get more revenue. It's illness proof. You're online gaming from the comfort of your own home. And if you haven't seen my Golden Nugget video, check that out. I showed you, like, they have these live tables, live dealers. So it's like a live stream, and so you're playing blackjack live with the dealer. And so the platform they have is just absolutely amazing. So just wanted to talk about Golden Nugget, just in case nobody brings it up in the chat. I'm pretty bullish on Golden Nugget, and I just think people are getting too caught up in this Tillman Fertitta deal. I don't care about all that mess. I just know that it's his company, and it's one of his only profitable companies right now. So he is, I think he's going to make sure that it does well. So if you haven't looked at Golden Nugget, I think it's a good one to get into. All right, guys, let's go through some more. Smash the like button. Thank you. Smash the like button, everybody. Bobby D. Bob. Diamond Peak. Still worth it? Yeah. Doc Wilfie, thank you for the comment. So that's one of the ones I want to talk about also. Diamond Peak is trading at, what did it close at? At $13.34. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have this, I think, at $10 and change, or $11. So I got into this. I don't have a big position. I think I only have $500-600 into it right now. But I think anywhere 13 is a little high if I was just wanting to get into it. Personally, if it's in the $12 range, I would be getting tons of this right now. So 13 is still definitely good, but I think that they are going to be massive, because if Workhorse gets a piece of this USPS contract, my personal opinion is they're going to outsource. The production of the USPS trucks to Lordstown, because Lordstown has the facilities. They have all the tooling, all the robotics. They just basically remodeled that whole plant, the Lordstown plant, and the truck that they're producing, the Lordstown Endurance. Understand that truck is a Workhorse truck. That truck was designed by Workhorse, and they sold the rights for that truck to Lordstown. So the USPS trucks, it is basically the same technology, the same motors, the same hub motors that's going into the Lordstown Endurance truck is the same motors that are in the United States Postal Service trucks that Workhorse is going to be producing. So they even said in their conference call, and I even talked about it in my previous video, that they will be they have looked into outsourcing the trucks, because they can only produce like 60,000 vehicles out of their Workhorse, out of their Union City plant. So if they get this contract, they're not going to be able to fulfill all the UPS trucks, all the FedEx, the UPS trucks, the Ryder trucks that they have contracts for, and take on the USPS trucks. They're not going to. out of that one facility in Union City. They're not going to be able to do it. So they're going to outsource it to a decent portion of it to Diamond Peak. And so I think Diamond Peak is a good play here. So if it's in the anywhere under $15, it's a pretty decent price to get in my opinion. Personally, I'm looking at it. I want it in the $12 range, but that's just me. Fit my life. Do you suggest still buying Tesla now? My answer to that is, what are you trying to do? Are you long term? Are you short term? If you want to, do you want to hold it for 6 months? Do you want to hold it for 12 months? If the answer is yes, if you want to only hold it for 6 months, 12 months, and you need that money, I would say no. Don't get into Tesla now. You could very well lose your money if you're only interested in holding this for a couple of months. So now, if you're looking to hold this for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, I still think at this price, you're going to make money. So that's my answers to that. Guys, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't yet already. Give me a thumbs up; really helps out the channel. I'm going to scroll through some more questions. And what do you think of Workhorse? I think I already talked about Workhorse. I think they need this USPS contract. Their Q2 numbers were abysmal. They only delivered 2 vehicles. They absolutely need this contract. If they get this contract, I think it's going to be basically a turnaround for the company. If they don't get this contract, I think the company will still be fine. They are still getting plenty of contracts from UPS, from Ryder. So I think they'll be fine. It's just that they're going to take a little bit longer to get your money back if they don't get this contract. Chum Diz Folk, my financial advisor, said anytime is a good time to buy Tesla. If you can buy partial shares or whatever and hold, it's good to play. A good way to play it long term. Yeah, I mean, I think long term, anywhere 5 years and out. If you're willing to hold for 5 years, then I think you're going to be fine. But if you're going to only hold it for a year or less, I don't think it's a good play. LL Sneak Brown, what do you think of BurgerFi? I have a small position in BurgerFi. I think it's probably like $500, $600. I mean, right now it's trading at what, like $11, $12, right? Let's see, what is it trading at? So BurgerFi, it's one of those stocks that is not getting any justice because of this whole illness situation, and people are just not interested in the restaurant stocks. So it closed at what, $11.48. I mean, geez, I mean, you're basically at the bottom. You're at the ground floor. So my personal opinion is, if you're interested in holding it for at least a year, I think it's definitely a good buy. Hopefully, within a year we're going to get all this illness situation solved, and pretty much all the restaurant stocks are going to be booming back. So my opinion is, man, $11.48 is what it closed at on Friday. I mean, it's a buy. In my opinion, it's a buy. If you want to hold it for at least a year, it's definitely a buy. So that's my answer for BurgerFi. It's the bottom buy for Opez, but in a year it looks, yeah, absolutely, exactly what I said. Yep, exactly what I said. Thank you very much. Andre Blake, thanks for commenting. Thanks for joining me tonight. Tesla 2500 Friday bullish, all for EV stocks. Yeah, 2500, man. You're more bullish than I am. I'm only saying 2400, and I'm saying by the end of sometime in August, probably in September, I'm saying 2400. But sure, I'll take 2500. Absolutely. Thank you for that comment. Any thoughts on Pershing Square Taunting Holdings? Time to get it now. Yeah, so I mean, I got into it. I think that day that it was available. So I think it was like $11 or $10 and change. I got into it. I think it's still trading at the $11 range, right? Let me look it up real quick. I don't even remember what the ticker is for it. I think I have it here on my list. Sorry, guys. I forgot what the ticker is. Someone throw up the ticker on that if you can. But yeah, I think it's still trading at $11 and change, isn't it? So it's going to be massive. It's going to be the king of all SPACs. So, I mean, if you're willing to put some money into it and just wait around for something to happen, I mean, it's better than putting your money in the bank, right? You're not going to make anything in the bank. So, my opinion is if you get in at whatever it is, I think it's like $11 right now, $11 and change. So if you could get in at $11 and change, yeah, PSTH. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, sorry, it's at $21 because it opened at $20. So yeah, $21. It closed at, so basically that's at the bottom. I mean, I think I got into it that the day of, and I think I got it at $20 and change. So right now it's $21 the units. So if you could get in at the bottom, I don't see why not. You absolutely should get in because it's going to be massive. It's going to be the king of all SPACs, and so if you're willing to hold it for at least a year, maybe 2 years, they have 2 years to announce a acquisition. So if you're willing to hold it for 2 years, I think you're going to make massive money on that. And it's like I said, it's better than putting your money in the bank. Get some Apple, Daniel. Thanks for the comment. Personally, I didn't get any Apple, and it's just one of those things that it just keeps on going up. And I mean, I'll wait for a pullback. But for right now, I'm more interested in things that are going to grow like 5x, 10x. So I don't see Apple growing 5x, 10x. Maybe at the most, 1.5x, maybe 2x. But that's still, Apple is not a growth company anymore. So my opinion is, if I wanted to preserve my money, I'll put it into Apple. But right now I'm trying to grow my money. So that's why I'm putting it into stocks like, Green Power, into Tesla. So that's my opinion. Thoughts on NEO. So I've given my thoughts many times on NEO. So the thing about NEO is I think they're going to be massive. Yes, I think they're going to grow. They're going to be massive. They're targeting a lifestyle. So it's not just a vehicle. It's just like this, the whole lifestyle and the prestige is what they're targeting. And that stuff is massive in China, right? The prestige of owning a vehicle, and you get all these perks. You get all this service. So it's going to be massive without a doubt. My only thing is that Tesla still has so much growth ahead of them. They're expected to grow at 40 to 50% compound annual growth for at least 5 more years. So why would I put my money into NEO when I know for sure Tesla is going to grow 40 to 50% year over year? I don't know if NEO is going to grow 50% year over year. They could grow 50% this year, but next year, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to grow 50% next year, but for sure, I know Tesla is going to grow 50% next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that. I'm confident about that. So I feel really safe putting my money into Tesla. They are the number one player in the market, period. Don't tell me NEO is going to be number one in the market. NEO only sells in China. Tesla sells in China. Tesla sells in Europe. Tesla sells in the States. They have factories in all 3 continents. They're building factories in all 3 continents right now. So that's just my opinion on why I would prefer to get into Tesla, because I can guarantee my money to grow 50% year over year. if I get into Tesla. So that's only why I would not get into Neo. Not that I don't think they're going to grow. Not that I don't think they're amazing. I do. It's just that Tesla is around. That's it. Joshua Winslow, what's up, man? Thanks for joining me tonight. How does the tax situation work with Robinhood? So, I mean, I think Robinhood, I don't think they have a retirement account available, right? So at least from the only account that I have with Robinhood is a cash account. So in a cash account, anything you sell, if you buy a stock and you hold it for 12 months or less, then you have to pay capital gains tax, or you pay short-term capital gains tax, and that could be, it depends on your tax bracket. So I think my tax bracket, it would be like, shoot, let me just look it up. Short-term capital gains. So short-term capital gains tax is if you're so if you're single and $39,375 dollars or less, you're going to get taxed at sorry. Okay, if you're okay, if for 2020 it changed. So if you're single, sorry, let me just share the screen with you guys. Sorry, let me just share my screen and we could just read it together. So this is the answer on tax situation when you're selling stocks in a year or less. Sorry, guys. Let me share my screen with you. So let's look this up. Short term. All right. It's 2020. So here's the tax rate for 2020. So if your income is anywhere between $0 and $40,000 in your single filer, you'll get zero capital gains tax. But if you are making 40,000 or above, basically 40,000 to 441,000, you're going to pay 15% capital gains tax. By the way, this is long-term capital gains tax. And then if you are more than 441,000, you pay 20% capital gains tax. So this is if you hold it for a year or longer, 12 months or longer, you will pay 15%, is probably what the majority of us are in, right? So you'll pay 15% if you sell the stock. But if you, where's the short term? So short-term capital gains tax. Where is it? Sorry, guys. Short-term capital gains tax. Mm-hmm. Did I miss it? I don't see it. I don't see the short-term capital gains tax bracket. Let me bring up another one. Yeah, short-term capital gains tax bracket 2020. All right, here we go. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Don't we have a tax bracket? No, this is just a regular tax bracket. I think it's like 30-something%, if I remember correctly. Anyways, I don't want to waste more time on this, but I think it's something like 30% if it's short-term capital gains. So yeah, let me just. So yeah, to answer your question, you'll pay short-term capital gains if it's 12 months or under, and I think it's like 30-something%. So it's worth it to hold your stocks for 12 years or under, or 12 years or more, because you'll be only paying 15%. All right, guys. Let me look over make sure I talked about everything. I talked about Green Power. I talked about HYLN, Lordstown, Workhorse, Tesla, Golden Nugget, and Blink. So yeah, I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. I'll just answer a couple of more questions. Yeah, 12 months. Sorry, did I say 12 years? Yeah, if you hold it for 12 months or longer, then you're paying long-term capital gains, which is 15% for most of us. And if you hold it 12 months or under, you're going to be paying short-term capital gains, which is I think like 30-something%. Thank you for that. Cat loves dogs. Can someone talk to me about GEVO? I'm not even sure what that is. And GNPX. Sorry, I don't even know what those tickers are. INPX. In Pixon. I'm not even sure what that is. I can't help you with that. Yeah. 12 months. Yeah, so yeah, only if you make over 207,000, it's going to be 32%. Having a hard time finding some of those on Robinhood. So the Green Power is not available on Robinhood yet because it's not on NASDAQ yet. But once it's on NASDAQ, I think it will be available. I mean, Tesla you could have on Robinhood. I believe Workhorse is on Robinhood for sure. Lordstown, I'm not sure if that's on Robinhood yet. But some of those you just have to wait because Robinhood doesn't get these smaller companies. Smash the thumbs up, guys. Thank you very much. Let's go a few more questions. You're my favorite YouTuber, by the way. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Really humbles me. You guys find value in my videos. American Yoshi, Green Power Motor Co. pending lawsuit. I read about a lawsuit regarding their former CEO and his brother David Ulrich. Yeah, I mean, I read a little bit into that. I mean, it's like a family spat. I don't think it's going to affect the company much, but I'm not too worried about the lawsuit at all. Yeah. So if you live in a state that has state income tax, you have to pay that also. So I mean, to hold a stock for less than 12 months and to sell it, if you have to pay state and federal income tax, I mean you're losing a lot of money on that. Luckily for me, I'm in Texas and I don't have state income tax. DPHC is Lordstown ticker and will change. Yeah, it'll change to RIDE, RIDE. Do I day trade? No, I don't typically day trade. I mean, I'm more of a long term for all the reasons that we just talked about. I don't want to pay more taxes than I have to, so I typically will try to hold it for at least a year and pay that only 15% tax. Lordstown is on Robinhood under DPHC. Yeah. GNOG, yeah. It's Golden Nugget. So right now it's LCA. And so I talked about that. So yeah. Dad, the veteran, thank you for the comment. So yeah, it's a family spat. And so, it's not like what Blink is going through right now. So if it was more like that, I would be more concerned. But that is just a family situation, and so I don't read much into that lawsuit at all. We're in Texas. I am in San Antonio. Robin hitters can't get green power. No, it's not available on Robinhood. It will be available on Robinhood when it is listed on the NASDAQ. Sheen, what brokers do you use? I have many brokers. I have Webull, I have Robinhood, I have Vanguard, I have Fidelity, and I have like 3 accounts with Fidelity. So those are all the ones I use. If you don't have Robinhood or Webull, use my link in the description. You'll get some free stocks, and that also helps out the channel. What's your 9 to 5? I work in the hospital. I'm a PA, so that's what I do, 9 to 5. And so